Dude, chill. Like, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but I don't
Pounded that milk.
I don't want it to get warm.
That is the one thing about
Give it
milk.
back. Give it back.
Oh man.
I want to bring the boys to the yard.
Oh, God.
I need a milkshake.
Oh. So, we took a week break.
Yes, which means that we now...
You're not going to talk about 2 shoot episodes, are you?
So, like, this is only making this harder for you.
I know. No, so what I thought was...
We just don't talk about shoot.
No.
Oh.
We isolate it.
I want
And put it in the gap that we're not editing.
Yeah!
No, I'll catch
That's
up.
amazing! Yeah! Do that!
No, I'll catch up on each show that I'm behind an episode on, so that I'm not editing a ton.
Okay.
But if I'm taking 2 weeks to edit from now on, maybe I can just talk about 2 episodes and it won't be so bad. Anyway, regardless, my plan this week was only watch 1 shoot. So I only watched 1.
I think you should just watch 1 shoot anyway.
It's
So always just...
Are you behind?
Yeah.
No, but then I'll never catch
Then
up.
I don't want to sit through you talking about 2 episodes of shoot.
Oh, here's this week's episode of Shoot the Next Generation.
No.
It's the first match of the tournament.
Okay.
Shoot's team is playing a rando team. It's established very early on that the rando's team tactic is that they have a puppet master somewhere that is giving like orders to the other team members silently, and Shoot's team has to figure out who that is in order to work out where the commands are coming from, and then once they work out where they're coming from, they can know what they're going to be ahead of time. Okay, because Shoot's team has Shoot as the playmaker, and he's like yelling out what to do. This other dude was like giving like hand signs and stuff to tell them what to do.
Doing gang signs
Yeah.
to the dudes.
Yeah, he was just like
West Side.
go, and then so this team match starts. 40 seconds in, the other team scores a goal. Oh no, they're down. What are they gonna do? So then, 10 minutes into the episode, they figure out it's just a dude on the pitch. He's basically Kuroko from Kuroko's no Basket. He's got
Okay.
no presence.
Yep.
But once they see him, they're like, ah, there you are. And so he changes into like, all right, well now I have to take command of the team. So, he's like running to score a goal, and he kicks it, and it gets past the goalkeeper. So the old captain, the third year as a defender, he has like a flashback to the coach telling him the best ways to play. And so he jumps and handballs the ball and blocks it from the goal and gets a red card and sent off the pitch. Now, I don't know soccer, but I think...
You can't do that.
I don't think you can do that. I'm pretty sure that if a defender just grabs the ball,
They get
that's
sent off.
guaranteed. No, he gets sent off.
Yeah.
But like, if the ball's guaranteed to go in the net, and the defender, without any question,
Like, not the goalie. Like
not the goalie, the defender,
Yeah.
Yeah.
without any question, runs and just handballs the ball to stop it from going in, when it was guaranteed to go in.
Penalty, I think, isn't it?
It is a penalty, but like, surely they just count that goal, right?
I don't
'cause
think
there's-
they count.
No, because they
No?
do it. There's an actual clip of someone. So there's a point like he like stops it with his hands, and therefore he got sent off, and there was a penalty, but they missed the penalty, so it was like
Okay, well that's literally what happened. In
yeah.
this
So
episode.
it was based off that action.
Okay. But that's not the only time they don't understand the rules, because the goalkeeper jumps and blocks a penalty and like knocks it over the goal
Okay.
into the backcourt, which means that the other team gets a what?
Corner.
No, it's now Shoot's team's possession of the ball. Yeah. And then they get it, run up, score a tying goal.
So the goalie hit it out of bounds.
Yeah. And then
They
he got
got
the
it.
ball after the penalty kick. That only happens during a penalty shootout. That doesn't happen during penalties in the game. Like, after a penalty in the game, it just continues. Like right after the ball's been kicked.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened in this.
Have you ever checked if there's a manga form of this show?
No, there's not.
You know?
No, it's anime only. I've already looked.
Yeah.
And then, so that happens. Shoot's team scores. Okay, regular time's over. So now we get
Halftime.
no. The 90 minutes is over.
Yep.
Oh.
So now we get
Celebrations.
no.
Tie. No,
It's a tie. It's a tie.
Overtime.
Right? Overtime. No overtime. Penalty shootout.
Content.
Yeah.
Content.
So then there's a penalty shootout, and Shoot's team wins.
Yeah. Who shoots for their team?
Everyone in the penalty shootout, the whole team
Is it really?
shoot. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Well, I think it's only 5.
Yeah,
it
5
is,
dudes,
yeah.
right?
So it shows 5 members of the team of Shoot's team scoring, including Shoot.
So let me guess, it was him, the ginger kid, glasses dude.
I think it was Glasses Boy, Ginger Boy, the captain, or the old captain,
Yep.
and another rando.
The coach.
And then, so we see those 4 scoring, and then the puppet master goes to penalty his turn, and the goalie blocks it.
Nice.
And then it's Shoot's turn, and Shoot scores. And then we see the end card, and apparently 4 other players from the other team had scored beforehand. So it was like, this last goal matters, but it didn't set that up, so there was no drama behind it.
Nice. My guy.
Yeah.
This show sucks. Stop watching it. Stop watching the show.
Oh, and Shoot's boyfriend was
Was he?
he was watching from the.
Was he doing his little giddy dance?
No, he was sad still. He was still sad. So he was just watching like, Shoot.
Could have been me.
Yeah. He's like, as long as you don't give up, Shoot, you're gonna win.
I wish you kicked my balls.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
And the Glasses Boys figured out that Shoot's just too quick for everyone,
okay.
and
But he's
no
still
one can
bad,
keep
though.
no one can keep up with him.
Yeah, but he's still bad.
No, he's really good if everyone is on.
But no one's on his level.
That's
He's
what-
so good. Therefore,
He's bad.
But he never misses penalties.
he's so good that he's bad.
But he'll never miss a penalty kick.
Until
I feel like I've seen him miss plenty of penalty
And he
kicks.
also uses He also, every time he's doing tactics, he imagines he's playing the video game from the first episode.
God, I hate this show so much. That video game was like the most useless part of that show.
Yeah.
And there's no setup that he used. Oh,
Well, no, the
God.
setup was he played soccer,
Yeah.
but then he quit soccer and took the tactics from soccer into video game
Yep.
and developed them playing the game for a few years. So he uses his team skills from the video game and his soccer skills from being the GOAT.
Which he has no way in hell shown that he has got any team skills.
No.
He's kind of just a team nuisance.
No, but everyone loves him now.
Of course he do. He's the main character.
Everyone loves him. He's the main character.
He's our boy.
And that's Shoot. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. There wasn't anything weird in this episode. There wasn't anything interesting in this episode.
Yep.
No naked bath scene.
No
nothing.
naked. Nope. No one got naked at all.
No juicy apples.
No rosy cheeks. Nothing.
Oh,
Why do we even bother? Like,
We don't.
yeah,
He
true,
does.
true. Yeah.
There's a difference.
Well, I have an announcement. This season has been saved for me.
Yeah.
I found a gem.
Yeah.
I found an absolute gem for this season, and it's completely saved my season. I have to say it. The Yakuza's Guide for Babysitting
yeah.
is easily the best show on this season. I love that show.
Okay.
I cannot. It's so good. It's so wholesome. The animation is really good. I love the soundtrack. The opening slaps. Oh, all the characters are really good and built up, and it just works. It's
so
such.
you binged the show?
I have watched episode 1 to 9 in the past 4 days.
Yeah.
I love this show. It's fantastic.
Is it sort of like in my mind it's like 2 10-minute bits in an episode, like
Kinda, but it is and isn't, because it's like the two like short stories are connected,
right.
but like it's like definitely 2 different parts.
Is it random? Is it like
No, they're connected, but like it's definitely, but the story progresses through like 10-minute bits of like different stuff.
okay? But is it a bit like LOL random? A bit like Love Is War?
No. It's like, a good example is like they had to go see. So the Yakuza gang.
Mm-hmm.
So this dude has to look after the boss's kid.
Yeah.
Yep. The mother's dying in the hospital because she got hit by a car. And then for like 3 episodes, they built up that the daughter has to go see the mother, but she doesn't want to because it makes her sad.
Yeah.
So they're all like trying to make her like feel better and like work together. It's so wholesome. I just can't. You know when you watch like Rent a Girlfriend or you watch The Uncle from Another World and you just feel sad and dead inside?
No, because I don't watch those shows.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about where you hate yourself. This show makes you feel the complete opposite.
Did you watch all of Horimiya? Not Horimiya. Did you watch all of Hinamatsuri?
Yes.
Similar
vibe. It is such a sweet show, man. I loved this show and it completely saved this season.
Nice.
10 out of 10. I just can't get enough of it. It's so good. You would not like it.
Probably not.
No.
No.
You would love this show.
Okay, you might have to give it a shot.
You have to. It's so good. It's like the first episode starts. It's like our main character called Kirishima is a Yakuza first lieutenant. And he is known as the demon of like Sakuragani or something. Like the Yakuza. Like he's known as the demon person as he like almost kills everybody who gets in his way.
Yeah.
But like now he has to look after the daughter as a way to mellow out.
Right.
Yeah. So like those two get along. The girl gets like a bit more courage and bravery. He becomes a bit more mellow and sweet and nice. And it just works so well, dude. It's fantastic.
Why would you want to mellow out a Yakuza member? Because surely...
Well,
because they're not bad people. They protect...
Yeah, so here's the thing. In Japan, it's very complicated, but the Yakuza and the government actually sort of work together at times. Like the Yakuza actually... Their intimidation helps keep the peace.
Yeah.
But if you've got someone who's just batshit insane, crazy, it's a bad image for you.
So it's almost like a business.
So it's 100% like a business. You want people who are tough, strong, and can go crazy when they need to, but...
Represent your company well.
Yes.
But exactly right. He's too crazy for this place, so they were like, we need a way for him to mellow out. And they came up with this plan to like make sure he babysits the daughter of the head of the Yakuza. And it just... I just can't get over how good this show is, and it's so wholesome, so sweet.
If I watch it and it's bad, I'm going to be very sad.
You don't have to watch it, but it's such a good show.
I'm going to try it, because you give it a 10 out of 10.
I do.
A 10 out of 10?
I would say that I don't know if it's because I'm watching it straight away, but these 9 episodes that I've watched, it's putting it up there in one of my favourite anime that I've watched.
Ever.
Okay. It just gives really good vibes. It's so sweet of a show.
Maybe it's probably as well with
because
every show being so depressing.
Yeah, it's like this is like I don't know if this is like a perfectly looking brick out of a lump of garbage, but like it's so good compared to everything that I've watched in the past 10 weeks that it just is amazing.
Yeah.
And you just go like every single time I've finished an episode, I go, well, I really hope I'm not caught up.
Yeah.
I really hope there's another episode to watch. And when there is, I get excited because I'm just like, another episode of just sweet, wholesome anime I can watch for 20 minutes.
Nice. I felt that way about one of the shows that we all watched this week.
Oh, yeah.
Segue.
That was good. I like it.
When I watched the first episode of Black Summoner that we caught up on this week.
Yes.
Which was where he fights the heroes. Did you watch it? You don't remember?
I don't remember.
So
that wasn't this episode, that was the one before.
Yes, this was the one that came out the day after we recorded the last episode.
Right.
Episode 7.
So it starts where the heroes are like, they still think he's evil. And he's like, yeah, I'm evil, fight me. So he fights all 4 heroes by himself.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. That episode, banger. That was a good... The whole fight was 2D animated properly, which now makes me think, because it was just Black Summoner and
the heroes.
It makes me think that maybe they only 3D animate the fights when the knight's involved.
Probably.
Maybe.
Because he didn't do anything in this fight. So it's 15 minutes of fight.
Yep.
And like good fight. And then at the end, he beats all the heroes, and when they wake up, he goes, "Surprise! I'm actually a good guy. I just wanted to fight you your full strength to like see how strong you are." So the next episode is him helping train them.
Yep.
He takes them to a beach dungeon.
Yep.
And they get to the boss, and the heroes can't beat it. And then he goes, "Well, the lesson is, if you know you can't beat it, don't fight it, because all that's going to happen is you're going to die, and then it's going to kill the people you're trying to protect anyway.
Yeah.
So try and get stronger so you can come back and beat it later and save people later down the line." And they go, "That's not a bad idea." Then they go back home,
Yep.
and he goes, sees the queen of the country he's in,
Yep.
gets some rice, finds out she's the descendant of another isekai person from Japan, goes home, buys a house.
Nice.
Everyone gets their own room. It's not as good as the episode before, but it's okay.
Yeah. When did you stop watching?
Did you see
The
the
end of
episode
this
where?
episode.
Yeah. Did you see the episode where he bought the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a much slower episode, but after how good the previous episode was,
You were like, all right.
I was like, all right. I can take a slow one as long as we pick it back up next week. And then this morning we all got together and we watched today's episode of Black Summoner.
Which it was so slow, it felt like I was kind of watching a mini movie.
Yeah.
That I kind of got tired of the whole show itself.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
You don't need to explain everything.
Yeah. For years, scientists have been baffled at the idea of time distortion. Where if you approach something with intense gravity,
Yep.
right? Like if you throw a rock at something with gravity, it'll bend the rock. If gravity is strong enough, it'll bend light. And if it's even stronger than that, it has the theoretical potential to bend time. Okay? There's only a couple things that can do that. Intense gravity and this week's episode of Black Summoner.
It was so long, dude.
I don't understand.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
I have no idea how 20 minutes how I could feel every fraction of a second that was ticking by.
It made me feel time.
Yes, waiting for it to be over. Because the first episode, I watched the other two last night. The first episode, I'm like, I don't want this to end. This is really good. I'm really enjoying it. I said to myself, like halfway through, I'm like, now this is getting good. This is really good. And we got 10 minutes of that.
Yep.
This show has so
High highs, low lows.
Yeah, the highs are like some of the like most into anime I've been. I'm not gonna say the best anime I've seen, but like the most into it I am. Where I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. It feels like I'm a little kid watching Dragon Ball Z again.
Yeah.
The good part, not where he's charging up a Kamehameha.
Or a little kid watching Shoot for the first time.
The odd one or the new one?
The new one.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's a fucking kid watching Shoot and he gets excited.
As he's eating his little bee sting on there.
But like it flies so close to the sun, and then it burns its wings and it comes crashing down.
Don't say wings. Say it goes all the way to the sun and burns all of its budget and drops really, really fast.
But it's not. It's not a budget thing.
It must be.
It's not. I
It's a
just don't
progression
think
thing.
that they have. I just don't think that they have any other. Well, they have ideas. Here's the thing: the show has ideas. The plot, like, it makes it sound like nothing happened, which isn't true. Like, a big thing happened in this episode. We got a new party member. Right? We got a new party member, and the reason they got the new party member is because the goddess gets her body
Yeah.
and grants him an ability to be able to reincarnate his own hero.
Yep.
Right, which he does. That's an episode.
Can I ask though?
Yeah.
Why do we need that hero? I don't feel like we need him.
Which one?
The hero that he summoned.
Her.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
Rion. You don't need her. You definitely could have just you probably had the same party strength without her.
That's not true.
Well, we also don't know what she is either.
Yeah. Unless she's like something.
Well, no, because here's the thing: if the Black
What
Summoner,
they should have done was they should have cut out all that other bullshit,
Yeah.
summoned her 10 minutes earlier,
yeah,
get her to go through the ring and, you know, try her out, see what she is, see what she does, and see her abilities and shit. And then...
have her fight in the basement.
Yeah, and then we would go, oh, okay, that's what she can do.
And that's probably what's going to happen next episode. But this show has to explain everything. And then not only that, go, and how do you feel about this? And how do you feel about this? And how do you feel about... like, everyone has to chime in on how they feel about this new thing that's introduced. And it's like...
oh, it's like the real world.
It's so... It just feels like it grinds to a halt. Because it explained it, and I'm like, alright, I get it. And he goes, no. You don't get it yet. This is what it means. Yeah, no, I understand that. Okay, but did you realize that it also means this? Yes. Yeah, I realized all of this. You're saying the same thing over and over and over again.
Here's the thing about when they ask about each individual party member's like opinion on the thing that happens. They all have a really boring opinion.
Their opinion is, what do you want to do?
Yeah, it's like, what do you want to do? Oh, I don't know. What do you want to do? That's what everyone says to Black Summoner, and you're just like, we can skip that. We can skip this 2-minute interaction. Just be like, and everyone
skip that whole like half the episode.
Yeah,
really. But that what you're saying is a perfect example of that in the episode you didn't watch previously.
Yep.
Where they've just said goodbye to the heroes, and Black Summoner's talking to the knight, and he's just like, that continent that killed your kingdom, that's just over that ocean, right? And he goes, yeah. And then he goes to the knight, do you still want to go fight them? And the knight says, yeah. And he goes, do you think we're strong enough to do it now? And the knight goes, I never dreamed that any party I was part of would possibly be able to do it. But if any party could, it would be this one. And then Black Summoner goes, yeah, you're right. We could do it, maybe. But we still have things to do here, so let's get stronger. And the knight says, yes, Black Summoner, that's a good idea, we should do that. And then like they start to walk away, and the knight's like, man, Black Summoner's such a great dude. That's the whole... like, it's longer than that. It's like, he could have just said, do you think we're strong enough? And the knight says, maybe, but it might be better to stay. But instead...
they're just like,
everyone
look how good...
to...
like, it's such a grind show.
It's a grind,
It's
right?
a grind dialogue.
Yeah.
It feels like... here's what it feels like. It feels
like watching Rogers talk about shoot.
Where you're just like, so they play soccer.
We're only 10 minutes in. No. You don't get it, though. Not only do they play soccer, they also swim naked. No, I got that. Yeah, but they also get tea. No, I understand that. And he got a kid to get on the bus because he shot the ball. Don't care.
Here's Black Summoner is this, right? Black Summoner is League of Legends.
Yeah.
Where... right? Where 3/4 of the time you are just grinding to get better stuff, to learn new things, just to get better at the game. So for 1/4 of the time you can have fun.
No. You never have fun in League. I am 3 years sober and it feels good.
World of Warcraft.
Black Summoner, you won't get the reference. Black Summoner is Bloon's Tower Defense 6.
Yes.
Where you just do the same thing up until round 60.
Yep.
Specifically round 63, and then you change your tactic because you made a mistake on round 61, and you're like, oh god, and you're going to do the same thing all again. Black Summoner is that. And then after round 63, you're like, banging. Here we go.
Now we've done it, boys. You win. We can win this. And then, like, this show, it's grinded my gears since Ethel joined the freaking party because it meant there was another opinion that we had to take on. And I don't care about Ethel. I don't care about the demon girl. I frankly don't care about the goddess. I don't care about this new hero, Rion. The only guy I care about is Black Summoner and the heroes. Yeah, that's it. And maybe the knight.
What's interesting though is what I liked about the hero episode is most animes would have you following that group of heroes,
Yeah.
right? And then they come across this OP character
Mm-hmm.
who wipes the floor with them and goes, no, I'm going to train you. And then the OP character trains them, and then they go off in their own way, and you watch them.
Yeah.
And you go, I wonder what that OP character's up to, and they'll turn up every so often.
Yeah.
But we are following that OP character.
This guy is so OP though.
He's so OP.
The more you explain to me his power-ups, I'm just like, well, there's nothing left to do. Like, he's got the abilities of a god now. Like,
Yeah.
where do you go from here?
But what you were saying before is like, what's the point of this hero Rion?
Yeah.
Right? He got someone from another world.
Yep.
Okay, and look how strong he is. So if they can have two of him,
But we don't know. I have a feeling Rion's going to get so powerful and then into his head, and he's going to get warped by evil magic that the Demon King uses, and then it's going to be Rion versus Black Summoner.
I'd like that.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that, because they're going to go, no, Rion's a part of the harem. She's going to be...
She's not part of the harem. She's like a 12-year-old girl.
So is Ethel, probably.
No, Ethel's not.
How old is Ethel?
Probably 100 and some because she's an elf.
Oh, true. Anyway...
Like the demon. That means it's okay.
Yeah, we're good. Don't matter. But that would happen. What I said to Peter would have been a really cool idea, is that they'll never ever do this, and a show should, is they should have got the new hero, and it should have been a baby. And then they should have done a 15-year time skip, and Black Summoner was evil because he got warped by the Demon's King magic when he tried to face him. And then it would have been the hero that the Black Summoner brought versus Black Summoner.
But that's a show on its own.
Exactly. Well,
They would have
let's
summoned
flip the
person.
script because we don't want to watch this garbage anymore.
Or they summon the person and she still got the illness, so she only lasts like a couple of days before she dies.
That would have been okay too. Also, that would have
been
sucked. I was really hoping that when they summoned a hero, it would have been like a potato farmer. Just like this old dude, and he had like the powers of a tractor.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no,
Like he came back as like a wizard.
she's gonna be
Yeah.
like, but she's like dreamed about fantasy stuff. Well, what don't they have in the party? They've got
A weeb. They don't have a weeb in the party, and that's
No,
what
but
that
I
is.
mean, like, I mean, they've got a frontliner tank,
Yeah.
right?
They don't
The
have a rogue or a healer.
That's Ethel.
Ethel's sort of the healer.
Not like the main healer. Like they don't have a healer.
True, but I doubt. Oh, she might want to be a healer because she was with doctors.
I think
Or-
she's board though, isn't she?
You know.
Like
but
she's got attack and defense.
No, I mean Rion.
Oh,
I mean, I'm wondering what Rion's gonna
she's
be.
not going to be a healer because this is why. They have the goddess of reincarnation. Then
She's the healer. She's the healer.
there's no way that they're going to have
perhaps
that.
we don't actually know.
Well, it's not.
Because she did have a fucking arsenal when she did that sparring thing with the
Yeah,
Yeah, but she got
that's
beaten.
she's just like a general white mage. It looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got a agility-based melee attacker, the demon girl.
Yep.
Frontline tank, Geralt. Clotho is sort of like an all-rounder.
Yep. Jigglypuff.
Ethel is range and support.
Yep.
Black Summoner is everything.
I'll tell you what she could be. Glass cannon.
I reckon she'd be like an assassin.
Black
or a
Summoner's the
rogue or
glass
something.
cannon.
No. She's the glass cannon.
But Black Summoner's the glass cannon.
Why is she the glass cannon? Why is he the glass cannon?
Because he can do anything, but he gets hit and he's out.
Yeah, true.
I think she'll be like a rogue or an assassin or something.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Which is weird because I feel like that's a really strange route for a hero to go down.
Maybe.
She could just be like, I don't know. I don't care. I
He
don't
could be a
care.
different kind of swordsman.
She could
Or
be
she's
another
just, like,
summoner.
some magic caster or something.
Yeah. She don't want to be a summoner.
Why don't you have two summoners make a really big summoner? Fuse them together.
They're all summoners.
Yeah, they're all
Oh,
summoners.
Well, we'll have to wait till
We'll
the
have
next
to wait and see.
episode.
And that's the thing. All these questions make me go, I'm going to watch the next episode. But I really hope it...
I reckon she's going to be a nature mage.
You maybe? Yeah?
Yeah.
Like a druid?
Yeah, I was thinking a druid.
Maybe.
Think about it, because they have fire. The
Kinda.
demon's kind of the
No,
fire.
Ethel's kind of the fire. She is King Dragonflame.
Oh, yeah. Well, then what's Sarah?
She's agility-based melee.
Which is...
She's
Okay,
basically a monk.
Yeah.
fair. Okay.
If you treat it as
D&D.
Yeah.
She's
you
a
have
monk.
your warrior, you have your monk, you have your...
Can she be the bard?
ranger.
Can Rion be the bard? Just sing songs and shit?
That'd be so dumb.
Yeah.
She has the power of music.
Yeah. But the Melfina's the cleric. Black Summoner is the...
book.
He's like the warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need a druid.
Maybe the sorcerer.
Yeah, I'd probably go more sorcerer.
They could go druid.
Definitely could be a druid. Because she's like...
They didn't give us anything.
No, they
about
didn't.
that. They didn't.
They didn't give us anything. They told us she had cancer.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I mean, there's not much else you can...
We have
She's
no
a girl.
information. And then it's constantly like... So, here's the thing. She came back... Halfway through the episode, she came back from the real world after dying of cancer.
Yep.
And was just like, thank you for bringing me back. All right. We immediately knew her feelings on being reincarnated. But Black Summoner had to go and ask her what her feelings were and have her explain it. And so we already know all of this. Stop going over it again.
Yeah.
You did a great job of show don't tell, and now you are just telling us what you showed us.
Yeah.
Like,
Now you're doing showing and telling.
yeah, it's like we don't want show and tell.
We've had enough, people. We've had enough.
Yeah.
There's an old saying is, shit. There's an old saying like if the audience knows it, the characters know it.
Yeah.
They should have just done that.
Yeah, because there's also the saying that tension isn't what the characters don't know. Tension is the characters knowing tension is the audience knowing something the characters don't.
But Black Summoner knows everything and then asks everyone if they know and then tells them anyway.
Yeah.
It's a little annoying.
Yeah.
They definitely, even if they did do it, they don't need to drag it out as much as they do.
No, it's just that's all it is. It's just
Drag this conversation
it's
out.
like we've had 2 or 3 really good episodes of Black Summoner in the 9 episodes, which is the only thing holding the show together. Is these like every so often these episodes of glue.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're kind of owed an episode of Glue, which is
we
next.
are. No, we are. We're absolutely need.
If this episode isn't Glue, then I'm done.
Well, that's every time we've said that we've had glue.
Glue.
Yeah.
Glue, Black Summoner. We need glue.
Yeah, we need glue. But here's the problem: you can glue a pot together, but if every crack is connected with glue, it's not going to hold.
Yes, it is.
And the glue will melt.
Yeah, you just have a gluey pot.
I mean, I feel like this show is already a gluey pot to itself, which is kind of why we're like...
Also, the next episode didn't really set anything up either, other than we might find out what the...
Well,
that kind of is the setup.
They kind of just sort of do random mini time skips every so often. Then we get to these points.
Yeah.
You know, like when he got Ethel, it's like, well, how's that's going to happen? And then it's like the next 2 minutes is just like, and we trained her for a minute, and she became an A-rank adventurer like me.
Yeah. Can we do that again, please? Can we just she uses Earth magic. 3 months later, she's an S rank. That's it. That's all we need.
Mm-hmm. I'll be happy with that.
I would love that.
I'd rate it.
I'm trying to think like what she could be, but I don't care enough to try and guess.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No.
It's probably a manga or a light novel out there.
Definitely a light novel.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a Black Summoner wiki or something.
Yeah. Which is run by one dude. Probably the author.
So I brought up Black Summoner.
Yep.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Well, do you? I'm Black Summonering you. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I also have Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer.
Alright, do you have anything? I did myself a big goof, and I watched Call of the Night again.
Wait, you caught up to it?
I caught up to Call of the Night.
Why?
Because I watched a scene... No. Yeah. The Alex out!
Did you just want an Alex out?
No.
So why'd you watch it?
Because I saw a scene from Instagram, and I was like, this is not like the show at all. It was the scene of someone's arm getting ripped off.
Dark.
It was real grim. And then it was like episode 6. It introduced like 4 new vampires, and it introduced.
So you stopped at episode 5.
Yep, and it picked up at episode 6, and I was just like, this is not okay. Yeah. So then I watched episode 6, 7, and now I'm gonna watch 8 because they did 2 really good episodes of like introducing characters and introducing a whole like tension where it goes, if he doesn't turn into a vampire in the next year, the rest of the vampires will kill him.
Why?
Because he would know too much about the vampires and not be a vampire himself. so he could become a vampire slayer. That's what they think's going to happen.
They don't want to take that risk.
They don't want to take that risk, so they will kill him if he doesn't turn into a vampire in the next year. So the episode 6 is them talking about that, and introducing the new characters and introducing how they work and why this vampire, the main girl, is so weird. It's because she doesn't really like to make other vampires, so
yeah, she said that in episode 1.
It's weird that she's doing this to this kid, and he explained I just want to do it because I hate life.
Yeah,
and they're like, huh, that is pretty weird, dude. And next episode is him telling all of his friends and how this is weird, and we get introduced to another new character.
Wait, he tells his friend.
His friend.
He didn't have friends.
His friend from school.
The girl.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one from the massage shop, because that's now a character.
The massage. I know.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the massage shop episode?
You told me that he massaged her.
They did a massage episode. I must have missed one.
Okay.
Probably from last week. But there was one where he did a massage on a customer that came in.
Yeah.
And then they became friends. So he was telling her, the schoolgirl, and another new friend who's from school, all about this vampire thing. And he was like, "Oh, okay, yep, this and that. That's pretty scary, dude. Better turn into a vampire quick, blah, blah."
Yeah.
And then, he goes off because he's hearing all about this vampire stuff is his new friend. He's hearing all about this new vampire stuff and love and all that junk. I have the courage to make a move on someone that I like, and then he goes and does that, and he's probably out of the show forever now.
Okay.
Yep. And now you're caught up.
Whose arm got ripped off?
Oh, one of the vampires. There was a vampire v vampire fight.
Yeah.
Shit slapped. That was really good. The animation was fluid.
Was it Vampire Girl?
There was a blonde vampire girl who was hitting on main boy.
Yeah.
And then she was she brought him off and was they were talking, and then she was gonna suck the blood out of him.
Yeah.
And before she did, the main vampire girl came up and ripped her arm off to stop her from sucking out the blood. And then those two fought.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the vampires, while they were fighting, took the main boy away.
Yeah.
And
that's where they threatened to kill him.
Yeah. And then they were they were like, "Why do you want to become a vampire?" and all those questions like that. Pretty much just explained the first 4 episodes again in one episode.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So you could have started on the good episode.
Definitely. You definitely could have started here and just been like, "Oh, so he wants to become a vampire for this," and then oh god, should have started at episode 6.
Yeah.
Grim ride.
So did the other vampire's arm grow back?
Yes, because they can regenerate apparently.
Yeah.
Not regenerate, but she picked up her arm.
She can Deadpool it.
Yeah, she put
on.
it like that and then glue it together or some stuff.
Yeah.
So that explained that they have healing abilities as well.
Yeah.
Probably will come in later. Other than that, not much happened, and then now I'm waiting for the next episode to come out.
Okay.
And that's why I probably felt so good about watching the babysitting one, because I watched this as well.
And this was dark.
This was dumb.
Dumb?
Yeah.
These are good.
It's good, but it's... Okay, here's what you need to understand about this show. You could have cut half of this out.
Yeah.
You could have cut episodes 2, 3, 4 out.
I just realised that the webcam's not been recording.
I hate you so much. Anyway, while you're doing that, I'll explain. They could have cut episode 2, 3, 4 out, still had 5 and 6, and it would have not changed the story whatsoever.
All good now?
Yeah.
We'll get it one day.
They will. They will. I mean, there's not...
Is everyone's audio going? Should we just double check?
Audio's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, definitely could have cut 2, 3, 4 out, left 5, left 6, left 1. Would have had the same impact. I didn't want to watch an hour of garbage to get to this.
Yeah.
But here we are.
But you did.
But I did. I'm okay with that, though, I think.
Yeah.
I'm now officially a fan of this show.
What, you'd say you're a fan of this show?
Because I'm watching it. I mean, you can't get up to an episode 8 and then not be like, "This show sucks ass."
We just did that with Black Summoner.
Nah, fair.
And shoot,
yeah.
And what I'm about to talk about.
Oh, no! Don't do that!
This one better be fucking quick.
Alright, we'll call the night. I'll watch you this week and see how you go.
Alright.
Alright, Go.
So wait, I'll ask you one more question about it.
All right.
Before you rewatched it, what out of 10, what would you give this show?
Before
you watched it this week, what would you have given it?
Oh, like 4?
And what would you give it now?
6? Maybe.
Alright,
6
so it's
and a
only
half?
gone up to a 6.
I'm not like, this is a fucking 9. Like, I love all these characters. No, I hate them. Like,
He's now invested.
I'm now got to the point where I want to see
The end.
what happens. How did he become a vampire? Does he get shot and then was like, but I can regrow my stomach, so I'm a vampire? Like, is that what it goes up to?
Yeah.
I want to know. Because if they can scale it up from like 1 to 100 real quick where someone's arms get ripped off, then what's the next step that it's going to take? That's probably what's going to happen. There's way too many sex metaphors in that show.
Yeah.
If you replace the word sucking out blood with sex, it makes the same effect. I'm not even kidding. Okay, picture this. First episode. What do? They go into bed and she sucks the blood. Goes into bed, has sex. Pretty much the same interaction.
The massage leads to blood sucking.
Happy ending.
Yeah.
We know what you're doing. Call it a night. You're not
We
slick.
see through you.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a vampire in the mirror.
Well, you rip off your arm. Yeah, sure. Alright, call about Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, please.
Well, please is a stretch.
Oh, yeah, fair. That's fair. Cool.
I have good news and bad news. What do you want first?
Hit us with the bad news first.
Bad news?
Good news first.
You're a Debbie Downer.
You want
Why do you want the bad news last?
Just hurry up.
Hey everyone, Adam here, just delivering you a bit of a editor's note. What you may have noticed in the last couple episodes is that I've been including clips of episodes that I have seen. I watched this episode of Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, and I don't know how to include clips of it without just playing the whole episode, because it was such... I'm going to do my best. You know, you'll be able to hear what it is in a moment when Past Me explains all of this to you. But I just want to say that, unfortunately, I won't be including any clips of this episode because I have a life outside of editing, and I wouldn't have one if I tried to include all the clips that I talked about. I have Bloon's Tower Defense 6 to play, and I want to get back to that as quick as I can. I know this is disappointing to all of you, so to make up for it, I will present to you me harmonizing with me when I made a song to help the streamer Milmite get through her playthrough of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Please enjoy that.
Alucard, you must be swift as a vampire bat, with all the force of your white wolf form, with all the strength of a raging Belmont, mysterious as your father Dracula.
You can do it, Mil. Get him. Now that you have enjoyed my beautiful melodies, back to our regular scheduled programming.
Alright, bad news. This episode was the biggest mess out of all the Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer episodes we've seen
Not surprised.
so far.
Wait, is that the good news?
That's the bad news.
Oh,
In which
wait.
case, it's going to be a bit of a struggle to communicate what happened.
So don't.
The good news is no cabbages this week.
But that was the best bit about the last episode.
I completely forgot about cabbages.
Yeah.
Don't take away my cabbages.
Cabbages.
So,
No, hit us. First opening scene.
we start exactly where the last episode left off.
Do you remember how it ended?
Cabbages.
I don't remember.
Don't encourage it. Yes.
Lizard Boy
Yes.
is fighting a golem to protect the Snake Knight girl.
Okay.
Okay? He is going crazy, using all sorts of kung fu skills and throwing this thing around like it's nothing.
Okay.
Okay? We find out through the characters that are like deducing it that Dog Boy's wish was to transfer all of his skills when he died to Lizard Boy.
So then why did it picture him going up to heaven with his dog?
Because he still died. He still went to heaven with his dog.
With
No-
his dog.
Yeah.
Oh, good. You know what though? That's good because I would have been really angry if his wish was to, I want to see my dog again.
So Lizard Boy is now a kung fu master like Dog Boy was.
So he is stronger than Crow Boy now.
I'm going to get to all of this. Alright? So,
I don't want you to get to it.
so
Cabbages.
he fights this golem and he beats it by himself, single-handed.
Nice.
But then a second golem, one that the princess has been chasing, turns up and eats this golem, the one he's just beaten, and they merge together to form a giant golem. Okay? And they make reference to the fact that this one has 7 eyes. And that comes in later, and I'll just explain now, that they've noticed that every time they've seen a golem, it's had 1 extra eye. So it must be like the more eyes they have, the stronger they get. So Princess runs up out of the woods and kicks this new, like, giant golem and does no damage to it.
Okay.
At all.
Yep.
And then everyone's like, oh my god, the princess did no damage to the golem. What are we going to do? So then she goes, I did no damage to you? That's it. Now I'm mad. And so she punches it and it goes flying away and she beats it. Okay. Right. Meanwhile,
What a fucking dumb show.
Now I'm mad.
yeah.
Now I'm there.
Meanwhile, the horse knight
Oh my god, that exists.
is fighting.
Night.
Is fighting the crow knight. All right, and it looks like horse knight actually has some pretty good skills because he's doing like kicks like Fox in Super Smash Brothers. Where it's just like like rapid roundhouse kicks.
Wombo combo.
Yeah,
Wombo.
he's wombo comboing him, and Crow Knight's like blocking them all, but there's like they're almost snap vanishing, they're moving that quickly. And then Horse Knight uses his holding field, and it looks like what it does is locks people in place. Like it goes around someone and they can't move.
Okay.
That's his holding field. But then Crow Knight uses his holding field, and it creates a ton of little holding fields all around, and he can bounce off of them, and so he can increase his speed and agility. And in doing so, he punches Horse Knight in the face, and then the fight kind of ends there.
So wait, the horse's one is that he can lock someone in place.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been better for Snake Knight? Kind of like a...
No, because she uses a kendo stick, so it goes around her kendo stick.
That's true.
Yeah. Alright. So,
Why'd I ask a question? Like I'm invested.
alright, so we're about 2 minutes into the episode right now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What did you just say?
We're about
How?
2 minutes into the episode.
No, we're not, because you've been talking about this thing for 5 minutes at least. So we can't be 2 minutes in, because a recap is to make it shorter, not longer. So how the fuck can we only be 2 minutes in when you've been talking about it a lot longer than 2 minutes?
So-
Did you get the director's cut of this episode?
So,
He is the director's cut.
It's what's supposed to happen.
So here's a little bit of extra good news. All that happens, and then the next 5 to 10 minutes can be explained in one or two sentences. Everyone splits up, and Horse Knight meets up with Lizard Boy later and says, "Hey, Snake Knight wants to thank you. Can I give her your phone number?" And he says, "Yes, that's fine." While this conversation's happening,
That's a separate conversation. That's a separate sentence. You said
And-
one sentence.
I said 1 or 2. But bonus sentence. While this conversation's happening, we get the best joke of the episode.
Yep.
Horse Knight has a big cut on his face, like a big old gash from when he fought Crow Knight.
Yeah.
And Lizard Boy says, "I am sorry you had to fight Crow Boy. Like this having a big injury like that must interfere with your everyday life. You must have questions being asked at your job all the time. And Horse Knight goes, I understand your concern, but there's no need to worry. I'm unemployed. Yeah,
That's pretty funny.
it's a pretty funny joke. And he says it like that dramatic as well. He's like, please don't be concerned for me.
I'm unemployed.
I'm unemployed. It's a good joke. That happens. Then Lizard Boy and Princess go to train, and Crow Knight shows up and says, "Hey, you have to fight me now. We know you have my brother's skills. Like, you have to fight me. It's fair." And he then remembers that Horse Knight said, "Fight Crowboy, because otherwise he's just going to nag you the whole time to fight him. And then if he's doing that, when a golem attacks, there's going to be 2 Beast Knights preoccupied with their own fight.
Yeah.
So just fight him and get it out of the way." So he goes, "Even though the princess said not to, I will fight you, Crow Knight." And the fight starts, and Lizard Boy has the upper hand because he's using Dog Boy's skills. But then we get like a cut, and the fight's over, and Crow Knight has won easy. And the reason why is because even though Lizard Boy has all of Dog Boy's skills, his body's not attuned to them, he doesn't have the stamina, and when he tries to do them in the way Dog Boy did them instead of the way he does them naturally, it doesn't work and they're all out of sync.
Okay.
So he's got the skills, he just has to learn how to utilize them.
Gotcha.
Alright? Then
It's still going.
Fucking hate this show.
Then this episode is so disjointed, it's all over the place.
You're always disjointed when you explain shows anyway, though.
Yeah.
So it's
then
like shuffled.
then it's the next day, and
So how far are we into the episode?
about halfway. Lizard Boy wakes up in his apartment, and the Horse Knight is there, and he says, "Hey, do you want to go out and get lunch today?" And he's like,
See, you could have just said, so the Lizard Boy and Horse Knight just go and get lunch.
No, because it's like, "You want to go out and get lunch today?" He's like, "Why? What are you doing in my room? Get out of my room."
We don't need to know that, though.
Why didn't you say that joke?
We didn't need to know that. We didn't need to know that.
There was a
You
funny
could've just
joke.
said- you could have just said, and they Horse Boy and Lizard Boy
Because
go
he
out and
says-
get lunch.
And it's like, before we go out and get lunch, I want to go.
You're black summoning this.
I want to get lunch with you, but I want you to. The reason we're going to do it is so you can meet this other Beast Knight. Welcome the Black Cat Knight. And it's like, and then Lizard Boy like imagines like this like suave guy with the black cat on his shoulder, and then comes like this big chubby dude like wearing glasses. And he's just like, "Hello, I'm the Black Cat Knight." And then Princess turns up and goes, "Hey, we're getting lunch," and they all go get lunch together. And then the joke during this scene is that Princess and the fat guy can eat lots of food. So they eat a lot of desserts, and then after dessert, they both the princess and the fat guy go get ramen.
So the Horse Knight.
Yeah.
Does he just have a horse following him around?
So there's another funny joke in that, where
Peter, the horse is here.
yeah. So here's the thing: no one can see the animals except the Beast Knights and the princess. No one can actually see them. That's established in the first episode with the lizard.
Yes, we know.
Right. So when he wakes up and the Horse Knight's in his apartment, he goes, "Why did you bring the horse in here? Like, get it out of my apartment." And then when they're out to lunch, the horse is outside, and he's like, "Why didn't you bring the horse in here?" He's like, "I can't bring the horse into a diner." And he goes, "So you can bring him into my apartment, but this is where you draw the line?"
Comedy.
That is a good joke. That's a good joke. Horse Knight. He's
just not.
He's got some good jokes on him. He's had the best jokes of the last 2 episodes.
That's not a good thing. The joke is, he's a horse dude.
Yeah. So
You're still going?
So, post lunch, the fat guy and the princess go and get more ramen.
Fatties.
Horse Knight goes, "Well, I'm going to go home." And so, on the way home, he gets a call from Snake Knight, and she says, "Hey, do you want to, like, I'm not doing anything. I want to say thank you for saving me. Can I come over and cook you dinner?" And he says, "That'd be great." So she comes over to cook dinner. Princess turns up, and all 3 of them have dinner together.
Yep.
And then Snake Knight goes, "Oh, I actually invited 2 other Beast Knights here." And we meet and these two little girls walk in, like these two schoolgirls, and it's the Rooster Knight and the Turtle Knight. Okay, and they say, and Lizard Boy goes, "These are just two children. Like, how strong can they be?" And the Rooster goes, "Don't insult them. These two already beat a golem by themselves." And then the little girls go, "Well, that's not actually true. We had a third, our master, the Swordfish Knight, but he died fighting the golem." So they've gone, oh, so two knights have died already. The Dog Boy and the Swordfish Knight. They both died fighting golems.
Yep.
And then the next day.
Fuck! Yeah. Dude.
The next day.
You need to fucking go to review school, man.
This is... No! Alright, if you think I'm doing a bad job, you have to watch the episode. This is what happens. It's... Characters meet up, talk, next day. Characters meet up, talk, next day.
Just say that.
But that's what I am doing.
No, you're not.
Next day, he's on the phone to Princess. I'm pretty sure it's Princess. And he's just like, yeah, well, we've met nearly all the Beast Knights. Horse Knight, when we met him, said he'd found the Owl Knight, but he didn't want to bring him along because he's just a kid. But now there's these two other kids as well, so maybe it'd be a good idea for us all to get together once we find the other two Beast Knights. While he's having this conversation, two Beast Knights ride past on bikes. It's the Mouse Knight and the Mantis Knight. And they see him with the lizard, he sees them, they pull over, and he goes, "I found them." So he organizes a big meetup.
Yep.
And they all get together in this abandoned construction site.
Yep.
And Princess is going to deliver a speech to all the Beast Knights. And on the way there, she says, "Hey, are you still supporting me destroying the world?" And he goes, "Yes, I am." And she says, "Do you still hate it?" And he goes, "Yeah, I still hate it." And she goes, "Could you love it?" And he says, "I think I could. Seeing how things are going, I think I could love it." And then she goes, "Yeah, well, I want to destroy it because I love it. But if you end up loving it, you might not want me to destroy it, and if that happens, it's okay, I understand, but I will fight you." And then she walks up onto the stage to deliver the speech, and she says, she also says, "But just know, whatever happens, I love you, my Lucifer Knight." And he says, "And I love you too, Princess Lucifer." But it seems like a platonic love.
Yep.
And then she walks on stage, and she's ripped a curtain off, and she's got this cape, and it's blowing in the wind, and we get this like zoom out shot of all the knights like watching her, and then the episode ends there.
Stop watching the show. Stop. Yeah, go. Stop. Just stop.
So this was called Lizard Boy and the Beast Knights, Part 1. So next week, it's going to be Lizard Boy and the Beast Knights, Part 2.
Part 3.
Part DOS.
This show's
I hate
garbage.
this show.
This
I don't watch it, but I
This
hate
is the
it.
hardest one to explain because it's just something happens, scene, something happens, scene, something's happened. There's like very little connection between the scenes.
Yeah.
There's like maybe a thread connecting them,
Then
but it
just snip the
seems
thread.
very
Snip
disconnected.
the thread.
Yeah.
Snip the thread and forget about it.
But like my explanation being like,
Cut the rope.
ba 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 ba
Let
ba,
it go.
next day, ba 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 ba, next day is
Yeah.
how the show is paced.
Surely you're like, are you not bored watching this?
Yeah, I am.
I think he just likes to torture us. I think.
Are you doing it for
think
our
it's-
entertainment?
I'm doing it for your entertainment. Yeah,
It's
Don't.
a sickness.
Just watch.
I'm hoping for another cabbage. I'm hoping for another cabbage moment when I watch these shows.
Oh god. I hate this show. Ever since Dogboy came into the show, I've hated this show.
You didn't watch Dog Boy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Ever since I didn't like the show at the start, but the more he explains it, the more and more I hate it.
Yeah.
And the more and more I refuse to watch it and want to watch it.
Because
It's getting uglier, by the way.
Every
Yeah.
time I see it on the page,
yeah.
I see fucking Rogers.
The animation is getting cheaper and uglier.
I can tell.
Like it's getting really bad. Like there was a scene where two characters were walking on grass, and you could just. I know most of the time it's a flat background and then moving things placed on top, but it looked really weird in this week, where it looked like they were like sliding across.
It's because they were moving the grass too fast compared to what they were doing.
No, it was a still image of the grass. It was like a still background of them walking towards the camera.
Yeah, that's probably the problem.
It looked off.
Well, like, from the descriptions that you're giving, I can't imagine these, like, fight scenes. These are just, like, maybe 4 frames in a loop.
Yeah, no, it's... So, nearly every fight... the fights go 2 ways. 1, a character grabs another one and throws them into something.
Yep.
Or 2, we're about to have them fight. We might get a few seconds of repeated animation.
Yep.
And then we get a fade to black, fade out of black, the fight's over.
That's the worst way to do a fight.
Yeah. It's either judo flips or fade to black.
When you say that, does it not click in your head that, hey, maybe I shouldn't give this show attention?
Nope.
No.
Because he watches shoot. You know, you got to remember, with everything he does watch, there's this show up here that he does watch.
Gold.
But here's the thing that's keeping me... This is the one thing that's keeping me invested in this show now. Well, 2 things. One was, I wonder what animals the Beast Knights are. Like, do they have any connection?
No.
Why are they called Beast Knights? Because, like, a praying mantis isn't... You wouldn't call that a beast, would
It's
it?
Zodiac, right?
No, they're not based in the Zodiac. There's
No.
a turtle.
And a turtle, definitely not a beast.
I don't think beast... I think beast just sort of refers to any living thing.
Human Knight? That's a human knight.
Yeah, humans can be beasts. I don't think beast is like an actual biological term.
Yeah.
So when you say, like, beast,
Yeah.
you'd think of, you know, like bears. Or
I think it refers to
wolves
any sort of
or-
aggressive animal.
Yeah.
Not a turtle or a
Well,
mouse.
yeah,
Turtles can be fucking aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm
that's what I
not
mean.
like mouses and
But that's the thing. Like, the animals themselves
Like
are
guinea
beasts.
pig.
guinea pig knight.
But there's also the mystic beast knights they mentioned. So they found all the regular beast knights. But then they said, what about the 3 mystic beast knights? And Lizard went, yeah, what about them?
Dragon.
One's a unicorn.
I was going to
We've
say
seen them.
Pegasus.
One's a unicorn. I think one is a dragon. And I don't know what the silhouette of the other one was.
Serpent? Sea serpent?
Nah, I don't. It showed their silhouettes already. But I can't remember what they
You
are.
wouldn't have a snake and a serpent.
No, it would be Chimera?
Don't know. No, like I said, we just saw their silhouettes.
Yeah, but how can you not tell?
Well, I just can't remember. We only saw him in. We only saw them during the first time that Dog Boy fought a golem. Because they said the dog is the strongest beast knight, and you are already on the same level as the mystic knights.
Pegasus? No.
It's a unicorn, a dragon, and something else. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Stop it.
It doesn't matter.
Stop it. He'll tell us all about it
Yeah.
when he finds out.
So yeah, so I was invested in what animals the beast knights are going to be, but now I'm like, ooh, I wonder what kind of holding fields they have.
Why? Why do you wonder?
I don't know.
They're not all going to be explained. You know that, right?
They might.
They won't.
They might.
Well, they
And
showed
then-
all- they
and
showed
then
all the
he's gonna
characters
explain it
super
to
quickly.
us in vivid detail. And I cannot wait.
But what I kind of like as well is when they're like, this one, the black cat knight. There's no other coloured cat. Why couldn't he just be the cat knight?
Yeah.
And the same with the swordfish knight. There's no other fish. Why couldn't he just be the fish knight?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a particular fish.
Yeah.
Okay, but the
Because there
lizard.
are a lot of species of...
There's a lot of species of dog.
And,
There's a lot of species of lizard.
Horse.
There's a lot of species of horse and snake. And mice.
Yeah.
But they don't have... he's not the house mouse. House mouse? What is it? What's the common species of mouse? Field mouse. The field mouse knight.
He's gone insane. Adam, you go get help, man.
Yeah,
dude.
but you wouldn't want to be like the goldfish knight.
No, but he could just be the fish knight and be a swordfish. That's still correct.
Well, no,
yeah.
'cause when you think fish knight, your mind doesn't go to, swordfish.
You like snapper.
You would go, like salmon or
No, well, that's just...
clownfish.
Well, maybe you would think that.
Or
but then
you would
when
just think your generic
But then when you
pufferfish.
you might think that, but then when you see it's a swordfish, you go, oh, okay, it's a swordfish.
So just call them swordfish and just get rid of the
It's
imagination.
just weird. It's just odd to me that
I don't know.
some of
they
them.
could have just called him cat knight.
It's just and like, yeah, like the color, like Why does it matter what color the cat is?
I mean, let's not dive into that area.
Let's not.
Let's not.
To quote RuPaul,
Oh God, no! Stop.
I got black.
Any other shows you watched?
yep.
Stop.
You've watched Lucifer in the shoot back Summoner.
Missing one.
I really hope it. No, Uncle.
No, I don't watch Uncle.
Good stuff.
To be fair,
No.
what I haven't described was the best episode of the week.
What?
The one I haven't described, other than the banger Black Summoner episode, because it was tarnished by the other two. This was the best. The other one that I haven't talked about was the best episode
Do
of the
you
week.
know what it is? Should we know what it is?
Yeah.
Just talk about it.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up?
I was gonna, cause it's Father's Day. I was gonna talk about the worst.
Oh, it's Father's Day.
Yeah.
Gotta go see Dad.
Yeah. I was gonna take you with me.
Yeah, we'll go home after. Whoopsie.
I was gonna talk about who do you think's the worst father in anime
That's a
history.
good question. We could end with a question discussion at the end. Of
I
each
really
episode.
like that. I was gonna do like a little poster with little flip-it notes.
That's a good idea.
Who's the worst father of this? And it's gonna be Goku, Naruto, all main characters. He clearly doesn't like that idea, so we won't do that. Why are your farts even long?
Because he's probably holding it in for 20.
I'm literally long-winded. Anyway, yeah, that's a good one. But we will end with that.
Yep.
Because I also watched The Devil is a Part-Timer.
No! Stop!
Season 2.
Stop!
It was an action-based episode.
Wicked.
The whole episode was action, which means there's not a lot to talk about.
But you'll find a way, I'm sure.
So we start with the boys finishing their day at work, finding out that the place made $5,000 in a day.
Nice.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. And the owner's like, "Hey guys, you killed it. You're gonna get bonuses." And they're like, "Get around it, boys." So,
Already he's gone a little long.
yeah.
God. Get around it, boys.
To quote them, they went, "Shebang, shebang."
Did they actually?
No. But then they get a text from Amelia, the hero, and she says, "I've got Camille. He's the bird I was talking about."
Yep.
She's like, "I've got him. Come meet me at the lighthouse, please." So
They go to the lighthouse.
yeah. So Amelia, Cameo, and the three boys
Yes.
go to the lighthouse.
Okay.
And he says, "Where's Alice Ramis?" And she says, "I got her right here. She's a sword right now." And Cameo says, "So, the owner, your boss, she's the human that beat us. She used whirlwind powers. And the reason I actually came to Earth is because the bad guy who tricked Lucifer in season 1,
Yep.
he came to the demon realm. Don't know how he got there. He came to the demon realm and basically told us that if we want to win the war, we have to find all the parts of the sacred sword. And then we have to claim the sacred sword, and then we can give it to a new demon to become the new demon king, and the demon realm will take over all 3 realms."
Okay.
And he went, "And here is a little earring thing, and it will guide you to the sword."
Gotcha.
And so Cameo says, "So what's happened is one of the other generals that was left, his whole army, he's like the general of the East, right? The general of the East, his number one man is now basically controlling most of the armies in hell.
Okay.
Okay, because there's two. Once the devil disappeared, it split into pacifists who were just like, "Well, we're screwed if we keep fighting. Let's just keep to ourselves," and radicals who are like, "No, we're going to keep fighting." This right-hand man, he's in control of the radicals.
Gotcha.
So he was tricked by the guy coming down to the demon realm, and he's like, "If we get the sword, I can give it to my master. He can become the new demon king.
Yep.
Or I can become the new demon king, or someone can become the new demon king, and we can take over all 3 realms."
Okay.
And so he goes, all right, so when are they coming through, Camille? When are they coming to Earth to get the sword? And he says, right now. And a portal opens up. And, like, thousands of demons come flying through.
Nice.
Right? They all look the same. They're all the same model.
Yep.
And it's like, and the devil goes, I know those demons. Those are the demons from the General of the East. They're his soldiers.
Yep.
And he's like, but I don't see the right-hand man who's meant to be leading them.
It's a chicken.
So... no, they don't know who the right-hand man is. His name's like Barbaro or something.
Yeah, but I was imagining he was like tricking them and he's the chicken. And, yeah.
No.
Good guess.
So the hero flies up and she's like, I could kill these things easy. This would not be hard. But I've sworn not to kill any demons. So I've got to try and fight them without killing them, which is a lot harder.
Yep.
So she starts fighting them, and one of them, like... He's got an eye patch. He's got a slightly different model. He's like, I've been put in charge of this army. I'm not Barbaro. I'm a different guy.
Yep.
I've been put in charge of this invasion, and I'm going to kill you, Amelia. And she starts to fight it, but she's having a little bit of a hard time because she's had to weaken down her weapons to not kill this thing in one swing. While this is going on, the boss lady turns up, and she's got this demon sword. It's that Cameo had it when he came through the portal.
Yep.
And she says, if I give you this sword, it's going to give you power. What are you going to do with it? And he's just like, I don't know. And she's like, I've only known you for 2 days, but I can tell that you're not going to do anything evil. And she gives him the sword.
Okay.
And he opens it up, and there's this big purple light that like comes crashing down to Earth. And then, while Amelia is kind of struggling to fight, a huge silhouette appears behind her, and Satan in his devil form appears. And Lucifer in his angel form appears, like his fallen angel form, and Alciel in his demon form are all there. And he's like... and Cameo's back to his full strength as well. But he's not wearing clothes this time, he's just sort of is naked.
Yep.
But he's jacked. He's huge, he's shredded.
Nice.
He looked like a weenie diplomat, and now you see him, he's got pecs like, oh, he's huge.
Nice.
Right? He's goals. So
He's got his wham, Donnie.
Yeah.
His wham.
yeah. So they're there, and he's just like, yeah, there's 1,000 of you, but I'm Demon King Satan. These are 2 of my generals, and this is my the supervisor of hell. Do you think you can beat the 4 of us? And the 1,000 demons go, no, we can't. So they all bow down, and they go, so, long story short, we didn't actually get tricked by the guy. We knew. We were just coming to get the sword so hell could have its power back.
Yeah.
And the devil goes, all right, well, I can't blame you. You're not bad. You just sort of lost and confused without me. But I need you to go back to hell, and I need you to tell them that I'm okay, I'm alive, I've got some of my best men here. We're taking over this world, and when we've taken over this world, we'll be back to help you conquer that one as well. But in the meantime, just look after the demon realm, keep it ready for me. And they go, okay. So he sends them all back, and he's like, you, guy who's leading this army, I'm going to send you back as Cameo's right-hand man, and he's in charge until I get back. And so they all leave. And then Lucifer, Satan, and Alciel use their power to close the gate.
Yep.
And they use it all up. They use up all their power. So now they're back to being normal. Because the sword was actually Lucifer's horn that got chopped off in the demon realm while he was fighting Emmy.
Yep.
And it was whatever power was left in that horn got turned into a sword and then released to them, and then they used it all up to close the demon portal.
Why is everything getting turned into swords?
I don't know. There's a lot of swords. It's a lot of swords.
I feel like if they changed the weapon that thing they got turned into, it would be less confusing.
Yeah, there's too many swords.
So why didn't he just go into the portal?
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to go back to hell yet.
Aww.
Why?
Because he likes it here.
He likes the world.
He's got no power there.
Yeah, but he's secretly a good guy.
He's trying to. He's secretly a good guy because he wants to conquer this world. And if he leaves this world, heaven still has soldiers here and power here, and they'll just easily be able to take it over without him. Because heaven's not actually. They're not nice guys, and without him, heaven would just control this world.
But he doesn't have any power to fight them back anyway.
But he always manages to.
That's the point of the show.
Oh, also, Alice Ramos can't go to the demon realm. and he has to stay and look after Alice Ramus.
No, he doesn't. Throw away. Put in the trash.
Yeah.
Turn here into chicken.
And it's confusing because there's shards of Yesod, which is the life tree, but there's also different orbs of Yesod. I'm really confused as to what's what.
I feel like that's because you're watching it week by week. If you watch it full out, then you would be like, oh yeah, that's there.
Yeah. So they get to they fall in the ocean, swim to shore, and come up on the beach. And the boss lady's there, and she's like, "Hey, you guys, you did do the right thing. I'm really proud of you, but you're fired." It's like, I can't have a demon and the king of demons working here. And they go, why? And she says, well, I'm not actually a human.
I'm an angel.
Not an angel. She's like, I'm from this world, but I'm not a human. Okay. I am a guardian spirit. And my father was a guardian spirit before me, and we are tasked with guarding this island. Because this island has special energy where lost souls, every at a certain time of year, they can come here and get their forms back and enjoy life for a few days. That's why I set up this shop once a year and run it for these spirits. But you being here, especially with that energy you just sent out, has put all these spirits out of whack. Look around. And they look around and there's all these like shadow figures like stood around them. She's like, those are the spirits of the people. They can't get their forms back while you're here. It's just not gonna work. So we're gonna call it quits this season. Start again next year, and so yeah, please go home. And then she goes, but you did a great job, so I'm gonna pay you like you worked the entire time. So each of them get $500.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like rent for 2 weeks.
Yeah. But each of them get $500.
That's like rent for 3 weeks.
Yeah. And they go, woohoo, we got money. And then the devil's like, wow, even this tiny island is way bigger than I thought. And it's smaller than and this whole country's smaller than the demon realm.
Yeah.
Like, I am coming to terms with the scale of things without powers. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, again, this show is having a downfall moment.
It has its best moments when everyone gets their powers back. And then when they take them away, I'm like...
Oh.
Yeah.
Progression.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah,
ooh,
no,
badass.
Would you say this is a stronger episode than the last couple of weeks,
Yep.
though? You know why?
Why?
Limited Alice Ramus.
We didn't... Oh, no, we only saw her for about 2 seconds. She was in a sword the entire
Exactly.
But I don't think it's necessarily that, because Alice Ramus is kind of cool now because she can go Super Saiyan and like cause action. But it's about seeing the devil in his full power that is just like, woohoo, yeah.
Yeah, but like the whole point is he's not supposed to be. He's supposed to learn to be more human-like.
Yeah, but that's the boring part of the show.
That's the show, though.
Yeah, but it's boring. I want to see him fight.
It's not how the show works, man.
I want to see him fight.
Alright, fair. Are you not going to watch this show? No.
I'll probably wait till it's finished and then I'll give it another shot.
Yeah.
And then the second I go, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are my recaps?
That was awful.
Up?
No, that was awful. That was
You shouldn't. I reckon your recaps discourage people from watching anime.
That was.
Well, watch this instead.
Yeah, watch this show. We're here for you. No, do better. That was really long. You were like, this is a quick episode, and still went for longer than
I
the
told
episode.
you he was going to make it longer.
I had faith in him. I had faith, and he broke it.
That was pretty quick.
Always X'd out.
I feel like I was pretty quick with that one.
No.
Compared to Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer.
Yeah, but that's not saying a lot. That's like saying, look at this heap of garbage, and then look at this smaller heap of garbage.
You guys have a question now. You get to answer.
Okay.
Next time we get together,
Yep.
I'll have watched an extra episode of one of those 3 shows to talk about.
Yes.
Which one? Do you want me to watch an extra shoot and talk about an extra shoot?
I don't want to watch an extra of anything.
Do you want me to watch an extra Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer or an extra Devil is the Part-Timer?
None. Just watch one of each. You don't... Or watch it and keep it to yourself.
Or,
and save it for next week.
For content purposes,
yeah,
I say watch Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer.
Okay.
Only if it goes
You know
part
what I'll
2
do?
and part 3.
No, here's what I'll do.
Don't watch all 3.
I'm going to watch each of them,
Yep,
like one of each,
Yep.
and then whichever is the one that had the least happen in it that week.
that's fair.
For example, it would have been Shoot this week.
Yeah.
Because it would have been like, they played a match and they won. Next episode.
Why didn't you say that during the recap?
Yeah, why did you say that with the recap?
Good job, man. You did a recap.
That's what we need from you. That is the type of recap level
You're making
we
a
want
joke, and now you're
and
getting
we
grilled.
need. That's what we want.
They played a match. They won.
That's what we need. That's the type of energy we want in your reviews.
He farted.
They played a game
You
and
scared
won.
him so much he farted, by the way. You missed it.
They played a game and won. That's what we need.
But we also got to see them not understand the rules.
No.
We don't need to know that.
They
You could have just
didn't-
said they played a game and they won.
And then you went, oh, something funny happened. But they tried to kick a penalty, but they did it wrong.
Yeah.
Done. Don't be like, well, they
Yeah.
kicked a goal.
You could just
behind it.
you could just do that and then go and then talk about the funny
Only
parts.
if we bring it up.
But I don't. But I'm getting ready, so you don't have to ask questions.
No. Just help me. Just help me.
He's taking like a sleeping tablet for this. He's like, please.
Just help me.
Oh.
You have a question.
Father's Day special.
Yeah.
Who is the worst father in anime? There's an answer for this.
Yes, it's Gorn's dad from Hunter x Hunter.
No.
I don't fucking know.
Well, anime dads. Who do you?
Oh, I don't know enough.
Well, I feel like
Luffy's dad.
Luffy's dad's pretty bad. Sho Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist.
I don't know.
What? No, he's a good dad.
The one that turned his daughter into a dog.
Oh no, yeah, he's a bad dad. I always thought you meant the boy's dad.
No.
No, he's a pretty bad
He's
dad.
a pretty bad dad, dude.
Pretty bad, Dad.
Well,
Don't even know why you're backing him up.
alright.
He's evil, dude.
Okay.
But dogs are cool.
He merged his daughter with a dog
Alright.
for science, so he could be like, look, still give me money, still give me grant money. I made a
Right.
breakthrough.
What he did was pure evil.
Yes.
And it makes him an evil man.
Yes.
Was he, before that, I know the previous year he'd done it to his wife.
Yes, he did.
So for at least the last year of his life, he was an evil man.
Yes.
But before that, was he a bad dad and a bad husband, or did he just suffer a complete and utter mental breakdown and was evil for a year?
Don't know.
And if that's the case, is he worse than a terrible father who's bad for the entire kid's life?
Who is the terrible father that's bad from the start?
Isn't Luffy's dad pretty bad from the start?
He's a revolutionary. That's different.
Like I said, Gon's dad from Hunter.
He's just not there.
Yeah, like he immediately abandons his son day one.
My guy.
He's like, I'm out. I don't want
I
to be
need
a
to
dad.
go buy some milk.
Yeah, he goes, I don't want to be a dad. I want to be a hunter. I'm out of here. And leaves.
I would say Killua's dad's pretty bad.
He's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
From again, the moment his son was born, he's awful to him.
Yeah. Sanji's dad's pretty mean to him. You know what I'm talking about?
Sanji from One Piece,
Yeah.
his dad.
I don't know his dad.
Oh.
I don't watch it. I
He's
haven't
pretty
been that
evil,
far.
dude.
Yeah, again, from the moment he's
From the
born.
moment he's
There's no
born.
mental breakdown that causes him to be evil. He's
Yeah.
just a bad dad.
He's just a bad dude and then turns into a bad dad because he had a son.
The dad in My Hero with the
Oh,
fire and ice
Endeavor?
dude.
Endeavor's pretty
Endeavor's
bad.
a pretty bad
Dad
dad,
is pretty ass.
but he does have redemption. He tries to redeem. He realizes the error of his ways. He has like a almost not a moment of realization, but maybe like over 6 months slowly realizes it, and then has a oh my god, I have been a piece of shit. Like I have been awful, and then goes, I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't know if I even want you to forgive me, but I'm gonna do what I think is the right thing to do from now on.
Yeah.
So
Darth Vader's a pretty bad dad.
Nah, Darth Vader's
that's not
sick.
anime.
Darth Vader's sick.
Okay, how about this? Goku's a pretty bad dad.
No, Goku's not. He's not a good dad, but he's not.
He's not evil. He's just
He's
bad
just
at being
sort
a
of
dad.
like he's just bad. Yeah, Goku is just bad at being a dad.
Okay, that's
he's
what-
not a bad dad.
Okay, there's a difference between bad and evil then.
He's not. He's kind of neglectful of his child, but not because he hates his children.
Okay.
He's neglectful of his child because he's a selfish prick.
Exactly, so he's a bad dad.
He is a bad. He's bad at being a dad.
Yes, that's being a bad dad!
Alright, he's not a bad person. There's two types of bad dads. There's people who are bad people.
That's evil dad.
Not just necessarily evil.
How is that not evil?
Well,
Make
no, there
evil
are-
actions
there
and he's a
are.
dad, so he's an evil dad.
Conversation is
Alright.
falling apart.
But Goku,
Stick to a premise.
yeah, Goku is definitely a very neglectful father.
Fair. Okay,
Here's a good question. Who's a worse dad from Dragon Ball Z? Goku or Vegeta?
Goku.
I don't watch Dragon Ball Z.
Goku for sure is a more neglectful and
But Goku tells his child he loves him.
Trunks knows. So he knows.
How does he know?
Because he would hate Vegeta if that was the case.
No, children don't typically...
Well, how is Vegeta was around for
Goku
Boa's-
died.
Doesn't matter. He knows what he was doing. He was dodging child support like it was nothing. He knew. He was around. He instead of going to go train, Vegeta stayed for the birth of his child. Goku would have gone to go train regardless. Like he would not. He wouldn't have hesitated.
No, didn't Vegeta leave when Bulma was pregnant?
No, he stayed.
Okay.
That was a point in like one of the arcs where like one of the arcs.
I'm thinking of Abridged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
You guys watch too much anime.
Yeah, we do.
I was going to ask, are there any bad dads in Naruto?
Naruto, Sasuke.
Is Naruto a bad dad though?
Yeah,
Is he?
that was the whole point of like the movie in Boruto, where Naruto was such a bad dad that Boruto had to try to get his attention.
But is he a bad dad, or is
He's like
Boruto
Goku.
is Boruto just being a drama queen?
No, he's a pretty bad dad. It
I
was
think he's
one-
also a bad dad because he named his son Boruto.
yeah, I mean,
He's just like, so basically he went, I want to name him after me, but he's gonna be boring.
boring.
Boring-a-to. Boruto.
God, that show is so bad.
That's not even that. How do I make him a Naruto Junior without being a Naruto Junior? So it sounds like I'm all up myself because I've named someone after. I named my kid after myself.
Boruto.
Isn't Boruto's sister like way stronger than Boruto?
Supposedly is like, yeah, she's like hinted at being really strong.
Didn't she get parts of the nine-tailed fox in her, and that's why she's
She's
strong?
old, but so does Boruto.
Does he?
I guess.
It's like in his genes. It's in
Kind
his
of
blood.
must have, but like Ninetales Fox died.
But does
Kurama
he-
died.
I know he died, but does Boruto still have a little piece of him in him?
Probably.
Yeah, but Naruto
They've got
doesn't.
one tail.
Yeah.
But isn't Sasuke a much worse dad?
Oh, Sasuke's an awful dad.
Didn't he leave immediately?
He left right, and then Sarada, who's Sasuke's child,
Yeah.
found him, and he didn't recognize her and tried to kill her. Solid.
Fair enough.
Good dad.
That's a real good dad.
So that would probably be the worst dad.
Oh yeah.
No, but he didn't try to kill her on purpose. There are dads who try to kill their kids on purpose.
Yeah, that is true. I'm trying to think of some bad dads. They're like, they're all pretty bad. Any dad in an anime is either evil or dead. Or it's weird that they're alive.
No, there aren't really any bad parents.
Ooh, Bardock's a pretty bad dad. He didn't care about Raditz, and then found out about Goku.
There's not really any bad dads in Fairy Tail.
No, because they're all dead.
Yeah, but
Every parent in Fairy Tail
every parent is dead, but they were all good before they died.
That is true, yeah. Igneel.
Igneel, Gray's parents.
Yeah, they were pretty sick.
Lucy's dad.
Lucy's dad was an ass.
He redeemed himself.
Yeah, in one episode. Good work,
He
dude.
redeemed himself.
Urza didn't have any parents. Wendy didn't have any parents. Gargiel didn't have any parents.
Well, Gargiel and Wendy literally had no parents.
Yeah, they had no parents.
And then, but Urza did. She just never knew them.
Yeah, oh no, she did.
She met her mom,
Yeah, she was an evil witch.
but she didn't meet her dad.
Yeah. Ooh. Fairy Tail's a sad show.
But no, Fairy Tail is a show that has mostly good parents.
Yeah, they have good parent models. Model parents.
Role models.
Role models, thank you.
Yeah.
What else? One Piece, I feel like, has pretty bad parents.
What anime do you watch? And are there any dads in it?
I don't pay attention to the dads.
Do you watch
man.
anime? Do you watch anime at all?
Not really. For the most part, no, not really. Like, I find shows that I like, and then that's pretty much it. I don't
That's
deep
fair.
dive.
No, that's fair. That's a fair shout.
Then I go, ooh, what about this one? Ooh, what about this one?
That's
But
fair.
I don't keep up to date with it.
Bleach?
No, we don't. Well, you don't watch Bleach.
No, I'm trying to think if you
We
did.
need to come up with a conclusive worst dad. We've had a
Definitely,
discussion.
like...
Let's just Google it and get it over with.
Shout Tucker is a really
Really
good,
bad.
it's a really good call.
Yeah, show
A really good call, but I can't help but think that a dad who was just awful to his child from birth might be worse.
Definitely up there. So we go, and there's two very bad dads. Show Tucker,
And Killer was dad.
Killer's dad. Really bad.
Is that the two you were thinking?
I was thinking that, yeah. I know. I can't get Bardock out of my head. He's a really bad dad.
He's not that bad.
He
He just doesn't
didn't
care.
care.
That's it.
As being a bad dad.
It is, but it's not as it's not
Ego.
being evil to your child.
Yeah, it's fair.
He didn't turn his daughter into
A puppy
a
dog.
dog.
Yeah, true. I say Show Tucker's the worst dad in anime history.
And there it is, folks.
Yeah.
The conclusive worst dad in anime
Da, da, da.
is the man who turned his daughter into a human chimera because he wanted funding to keep working.
Weirdo. Alright,
After doing the same thing to his daughter's mother a year previous and knowing that she killed herself.
by not
did it.
eating.
So did the wife kill herself and then he turned her into a
No.
dog?
So what happened was, this guy was an alchemist.
Hey guys, Adam here. Again. At this point in the podcast, we just talked about the depressing scene from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and then proceeded to watch both versions of that depressing scene, and then got up and walked out of the room and left everything recording. So, normally at this point, I put in a funny end credits, but it would just be depressing. So, seeing that I've already mentioned it a few times through this podcast, please enjoy a compilation of the videos I recorded of me playing pretty epic Bloon's Tower Defense 6, whilst the ending theme of Shoot plays. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next time. I call this tactic the Shredder. See these two little things here? Nothing gets through there. Watch these Moabs. Get to the Shredder. Phew, shredded. See these ceramics? But first I gotta get to my Shredder. Here comes the Moabs. Shredded. Shredded. Absolutely goated. Fortified camo ceramic? Not a problem. The power of the Shredder, everybody. It's time for a true test of the Shredder, round 77. Fortified ceramic. Here we go, baby. Come on. Come on. Here they come. Shredded. Next shred. Give me that shred. It truly is an unbeatable strategy. I think Bloons is gonna crash my computer. Oh, the grind. The grind. The grind. Level 193 though. 1,000 lives. pure chaos. Oh, you can do it, computer. And smooth. Smooth as butter. We're in the money, we're making money, and I'm gonna win round 200, yeah.
Staying alive, staying alive. Scuba dubba 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 dubba. Staying alive, ha 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 ha. Staying alive, ha 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 ha. Staying alive. Okay, now this will either be my greatest triumph or my biggest mistake, and we will find out, because my computer cannot take much more of this. Do it! Oh, sweet Jesus Christ! Well, let's find out if that was worth it. Well, I mean, so far it's not needed. Oh, here it comes. Alright, it's gonna be needed now. Come on, time to do your thing. Were you a worthy sacrifice? No, you were not a worthy sacrifice. Oh. I've made a horrible mistake. I've made a truly terrible mistake. And the Bloon's gods shall never forgive me. In the arms of an angel, fly away. Oh! I didn't lose. I am forever trapped in this purgatory. Well, yay.